I don't think there's anything wrong with former mafia members who turned into informants, who went into the witness protection program, who got out of their life sentences by informing on other people, should be criticized for that decision. I think that it's a good thing that they stepped away from their life of crime. I think it's a good thing that they realized that they were living the wrong life. And I think it's okay that they're able to profit from their former life through documentaries, book deals, movies, and etc. The only thing that I don't like is the fact that guys who stuck to the code, who actually lived out the ethics and principles of their lifestyle and did the rest of their life in prison, they don't get those kind of opportunities. You know, Larry Mazza does interviews all the time talking about the guys that he murdered, talking about the Colombo War that happened in the 90s, and specifically names the people that he killed. He doesn't offer his condolences to the family members of these people. He simply says, hey, I was a mob guy and I was in the war. I had to kill. And at the end of the day, he informed. He was going to get a life sentence, but he got out of it by informing. And that describes a lot of guys. You know, I don't want to sit here and name all the guys, but basically anybody who's a celebrity for being an anti-mafioso is an informant. Guys who stuck to the code, stuck to the ethics, stuck to omerta, they don't get those kind of opportunities. They go to prison for the rest of their lives and you don't hear anything else from them. But guys like Larry Mazza get the opportunity to coach De Niro. He and his wife get the opportunity to get involved in movies, and he gets the opportunity to actually have a career, even though he was an informant. My only problem with guys like Larry Mazza is this: they're never honest about the reason why they informed. They always say, hey, I was gonna do the rest of my life in prison, which is a lie. The only reason I informed is because other people were informing. So what the heck? Why would I be a sucker and not inform? That's the reason that they all give. Nobody is honest enough to actually say, hey, I informed because I was facing a life sentence. What did you expect me to do? I didn't want to do life, so I informed, and I got out of it. You know, that they never say that. They never tell the truth. And that's my biggest gripe with these guys. You know, you're able to profit from this lifestyle that you lived. You know, you tell these stories, you glamorize it, talk about all of these things in a romanticized way. You talk about the people that you killed. You describe the scenario and details in which you killed them. But you never actually admit that you informed simply because you just didn't want to serve life in prison. You know, you say that the reason you informed is because other people were informing. And I just think that's ridiculous. I mean, you got guys like Fat Tony Salerno. He was in his 70s when he got convicted. He got 100 years. Other people were informing. He could have used that excuse, but he didn't. He served the rest of his life, and that was that. I mean, the thing about it is, I have more sympathy for people who didn't take blood oaths. You know, when you're in the mafia and you become made, you actually take a blood oath in a ceremony where you actually say and promise that you'll never inform. So it's just to see these guys wiggle their way out of that, show absolutely no respect for these oaths that they took, and then segue that, segue being an informant into a Hollywood career, into a book deal, into a documentary deal, and basically on their way to being millionaires. I think that's very disingenuous. I think it's sad. And why won't Hollywood and these book companies offer those same opportunities to the guys that didn't inform? I mean, it's basically sending the message that if you become an informant, you're going to get the opportunity to be with De Niro. You're going to be a celebrity. You know, all you have to do is inform on people, put people away for life, and you too will be able to sit with Vlad, sit with Robert De Niro, and live the high life. You know, like I said, I don't have any problems with these guys making money. The only problem I have is their excuses. You know, just be honest, man. You know, you've got a wonderful life. You've got a lot of financial opportunities. There's no reason to lie. You weren't willing to do the rest of your life in prison, and I think most people will understand that. You don't have to lie and say that the reason you informed was because other people were informing. You know, none of these guys actually, they're never honest. They always blame other people for why they became informants, and it's just, I just think that's ridiculous, man. You know, it's sad.